Ang ating unang debater, isang professional o public attorney, 2004 to 2006, RTC Branch Clerk of Court, 2006 to 2010, Prosecutor, 2010 hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Walang ibang mga kasama kung hindi si Fiscal Erwin James Badayos Fabregas.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon
po. From Ormoc City.
From Ormoc City. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Mga kasama, ang ating susunod na kalahok naman, he is no illustrious background. He was born to parents who were fueled primarily by love and hard work in raising him with his three siblings.
Dali,
They were a
magtatahi lang ako,
normal,
mahaba-haba
struggling
yan eh.
Filipino family. Attorney Libayan was public schooled from elementary to college. He earned a bachelor's degree in environmental science from Benguet State University and a law degree from University of Baguio, a newcomer in legal education at that time. Attorney Libayan believes that justice should be affordable to everyone. Thus, batasnatin.com was born. Batasnatin.com became the first, most comprehensive and interactive online resource in the Philippines. He personally offers free legal advice in his firm's forums and give pro bono services, especially to laborers. The true testimony of Attorney Libayan's success are not the awards he received or the schools he attended. None of those are more prestigious than those of the testimony of the people he worked with, the clients he served, and his continuing pursuit to keep noble to the profession he chose. Mga kasama, walang iba kundi si Attorney Ronnie Randolph B. Libayan.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Parang kinopya ho yata yun sa website. Nakakaya. Fiscal EJ, kumusta po kayo? Yung mga host po natin, kumusta? And to the adjudicators, I am humbled po.
Magpapaliwanag lang po ako. Kaya medyo mahaba yung kay Atty. Libayan. Yan yung ibinigay sa atin. Kay Fiscal EJ, yan din lang yung binigay sa atin.
Simula pa lang. May pagkasinungaling na. Sinabi niya, mukhang kinopyahan niyo ata. Napakahaba po niyan. Sandali, yan yung binigay eh. Yan yung binigay sa akin eh. Nagtaka pa siya kunwari, mukhang kinopya niyo po ata. Hindi, yan yung binigay eh. Binigay niyo sa akin yan eh. Kaya babasahin namin yan. Boy, doon pa lang nagsisinungaling na ata itong mama na to ah. At saka hindi, ako nga, tinatanong ko nga, kanino kaya nanggaling at sino nagbigay niyan? Abay, sino pa ba? Ala naman magbigay niya si Fiscal EJ. O, ito yung reference niya sa akin, oh. Diba? Walang iba ko, hindi siya. Sino ba? Kunwari, kasi ginaganyan yan eh. Tatanong, kunwari, pag sa Mocha Girls, i-introduce sa Mocha Girls sa mga event. Tatanungin ako eh, paano ba namin introduce ang Mocha Girls? Meron na kagad akong nasa nasa aking notes ko ano yung laging sasabihin pag i-introduction ng Mocha Girls. Hindi mahaba, mga 2 sentence to 3 sentence lang ang sentences. ang binibigay ko kasi ang pangit naman noon. Mocha Girls, si Chloe ay ganito, si Jade ay ganito, si ganito. Inubos mo na yung debate. Intro pa lang. Tapos sasabihin, ba't yung sinabi yan? Sir, binigay niyo sa akin yan. Di ba parang tanga lang? Yan ang unang sinasabi ko sa inyong wag na wag niyong gagawin sa buhay niyo. Ano ho yun? Wag niyong iaangat ang sarili niyong bangko. Wedding, gusto mo purihin ka. Sino mo yung sinabi sa kanya? The blogger, the first blogger. Hayaan mo iba magsabi. Sabihin mo lang siguro, ito ka, dito ka nag-aral at ito ang yung advocacy. Ito, sabihin mo, yun lang. Hindi sasabihin mo pa, siyang blogger na nagtuturo ng... Gago lang yun, no? Di ba? Ikaw, Boss Dada, gusto mo papakilala kita kung nga rin sa kaibigan ko. Sasabihin mo ba, ako si Boss Dada na may bicep na ganito kalaki, tapos merong siya na ganito kalaki. Di ba? Pwede yung bang gaganunin yung pupurihin mo yung sarili mo? Para kang tanga nun, di ba? Wag na wag niyong gagawin yan. Hindi, totoo ha. Ako, sinasabi ko na sa inyo, hindi magandang gawin yan. Yung pag-i-introduce ka, kunwari, mag-i-speech ka, tapos kung ano-ano pang sasabihin para lang masabing matalino ka. Alam mo kung anong tawag dyan? Insecure na tao. Walang biro. Kasi, sabi nga nila, kung ikaw ay secure sa sarili mo kung sino ka, hindi mo na kailangan ipagyabang kung ano ka. Yan ang lagi niyong tatandaan. Hindi mo kailangang, alam mo yung magyabang na, hindi, alam mo ba na kaibigan ko si ganito? Alam mo, kaibigan ko si... Hindi mo kailangan yan. Kung ikaw ay talagang secure na sa sarili mo, yan is sign of insecurity. Diba? Doon pa lang po, lubog na kagad eh. Lubog na. Ay, dito nabisto na kagad eh.
Ipagpaumanhin nyo, yan lang po natanggap naming mga facts. So, yun na po yung sa intro. Thank you po.
Alright. Thank you very much. And
Ito na yon. Yung una niyang bitaw. Pakinggan ninyo yung una niyang bitaw ha. Dito pala masisira na ulo nyo eh. Makikita nyo na talaga dito. Libayan, seryoso ka ba sa buhay? Ba't ganyan ka magsalita?
before I start, gusto ko muna pong batiin syempre yung ating mga adjudicators. Like I said, I am extremely humbled. And also, Fiscal EJ, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Nangangatog
and
na
to the hosts, Attorney Claire as moderator, thank you very much din po. Now, so I will start. And it's just fitting, I guess, that we start how actually people thought that age of sexual consent is 16 or before it was 12. Ang nangyari ho dyan is there was poisoning of the well. In relation to media and all other sources, they are showing, and please allow me to screen share, they are showing that the age of sexual consent was raised from...
Hoy, hindi vlog yan! Ang tagal mo na naman eh. Hindi ito, yung kanyang unang, tandaan ninyo, ang pinag-aawayan dito, yung sa Tagalog, ganito na lang. Kailan ba isang tao makakasuhan na pag siya ay nakipag-sex sa etong edad na ito? Okay. So, kunwari, sinasabi dyan, 16 sabi sa batas, yan yung sinasabi ni Piskal, di ba? Pag 17, okay na. Okay. Ayon sa batas. Okay. Dito naman, sinasabi niya kailangan 18. So, ibig sabihin, 18 pataas. Kay Piskal, 16 pataas. Okay. Yun yung sinasabi. Ano ba ang tama doon? Na naayon sa batas. Yun lang naman kasimple yun eh. Ano ang tama? 16 or 18? Yan lang ang tatandaan nyo. 16 or 18. Pag ikaw ay nakipag sa 16, okay lang ba? Kakasuhan ka ba? Yan ang tanong dyan. Pag sa, kunwari, sa 15, understood na, hindi, di ba? Hindi, sabihin, kakasuhan ka talaga pagka 15. So, 16, hindi. Yun ang sinasabi ni Piskal. Ito, 18 kailangan. Yun ang usapan dyan, ha? Tingnan nyo kung saan pupunta ito si Libayan.
12 to 16. So, if you can see your screen, if a simple search of the age of sexual consent in the Philippines, you will see that it's 16. And if you scroll down, everything you will see here says the age of sexual consent was raised to 16. The age of sexual consent was raised from 12 to 16. Philippine raises age of sexual consent from 12 to 16 when in fact that is not true.
So, ang binagbasihan niya, Google. So, nag-Google siya, tinanong siya yung Google. Sana man lang AI ang tinanong niya, no? Google talaga tinanong niya. So, sabi niya, ni-raise daw from 12 to 16. Okay. Siya naman, sinasabi niya, hindi totoo yon. So, yung pinirmahan ni Pangulong Duterte ay isang panlilin lang. Parang gago talaga. Ewan ko ba ba't pinagtatalunan pa to? Napaka-common sense na nito. Alam mo, sigurado ako, pusta ko sa inyo, tawa ng tawa yung mga judge na, bakit ko ba pinatulan to?
Why? Because we have prevailing jurisprudence, and I will show that to everyone later. That is the basis. That's our basis. Yun po dapat yung maging basehan natin.
Ang basehan niya, yung jurisprudence. Okay? Ayun ang pinakabasehan niya na bakit hindi totoo yan 16. Kasi may jurisprudence daw. May decision daw. Na nangyari noon. Yun ang pinakabasehan niya.
Batas, case law. Hindi po yung mga balita kung saan sila ay nagre-rely sa maling batas.
So ang sinasabi naman ito, mali daw yung balita. Okay? So hindi dapat mag-rely doon. Mag-rely dapat sa jurisprudence. Okay? Ang mamaya. Nakakainis.
Ito po kasing paglabas po nung bill na pinirmahan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, it does not actually talk about the age of sexual consent. It is actually about statutory rape. And if you will allow me to present once again,
yung pinirmahan daw ni Pangulong Duterte, hindi naman daw yun sa sexual consent, kundi statutory rape. Tingnan nyo mamaya, susunugin niya ni EJ, ni Fiscal EJ.
ito po yan. The age of sexual consent is still 18.
Batas niya yan. May sarili siyang batas. Antayin nyo. Alam mo, eto masasabi ko sa sobrang obsession nito ni Libayan kay Tulfo, talagang binabanatan niya, feeling niya senador din siya. Kaya gumagawa siya ng sarili niyang batas. Ganon siya ka-obsess kay Tulfo.
Okay, why? Ito po, no? Because a minor child still has the same definition. A minor or a child still has the same definition. What is the definition of, or who are minor children? They are people who are below 18 years of age. The confusion came actually even before Republic Act number 11648, which was enacted March 4, 2022. They said it was 12 when in fact it was not. There is a case which I'll be presenting later, the case of Udang. And it is also worthy for us to note, tignan po natin dito, no? This act is an act promoting for stronger protection against rape and sexual exploitation. We take note of the word promoting for stronger protection. How is it, or how will this be a stronger protection when the age of sexual consent here, as they interpret it, was reduced from 18 to 16? And I will explain that to you later. Now,
alam mo, paulit-ulit lang siya I will explain that later. I will explain that. I will show to you later. Ngayon na nga nagsisimula ka na, pamaya mo papapakita.
this is the relevant provision there. Section 3, Section 5B, 7, 9, and 10 of the Republic Act. Number 7610, otherwise known as Special Protection.
Alam mo, pag ito teacher ko, talagang magano ako, aalis ako sa eskwelahan na yan. Lalayas ko eskwelahan na yan. Nagbasa ng pinipresent.
Or the child.
Sana pinasa mo na lang yan. Binasa mo lang sarili mo May sarili siyang batas. Ini-interpret niya yung sarili niyang batas. Sino ba namang gago na... Ito ganito kasimple. Nakikipagdebate ka. Ipapatunayan mo na 18 hindi 16. Saka kukuha ng quotation sa sarili mong sulat. Dinaig mo pa ang mga mambabatas natin Dinaig mo pa Supreme Court. May sarili kang batas. Malupit to.
This law, it was amended as follows. Section 5, and if you allow me to read, child protection and other sexual abuse. Children, whether male or female, who for money, profit, or any other consideration, or due to coercion or influence of an adult. I would like to emphasize on that one. Influence of an adult. Syndicate or group indulged in sexual intercourse or lascivious conduct are deemed to be children exploited in prostitution and other sexual abuse. So, pag titignan po natin dito, it is clear na dito, sa batas na ito, actually, they are not talking about consent. They are talking about the immateriality.
Sa batas na to. Gago, sulat mo yan eh. Sorry ah. Pasensya ka na ha. Hindi sa'yo yung gago, expression ko lang yun. Hindi para sa'yo yun. Sorry ah, hindi para sa'yo yun. Para sa akin yun ha. Pero yung binabasa mo, sulat mo. Sinasabi niya yung batas daw na binabasa niya. And this law, anong law? Eh, batas mo yan eh. Pambira ka naman eh. Ano ba yan? Nakakasira naman ang ulo to.
Of consent because it raised.
Seryoso ka ba? Sumulat ka, binasa mo, tapos sasabihin mo ito, according to this law. Senador! Palitan na natin ang pangalan niya, hindi na Atty. Libayan o Vlogger Libayan, Senador Libayan. May sarili kang batas, Brad!
The age wherein a person will be liable for this one, statutory rape and statutory acts of lasciviousness. Okay, so now that we know what happened here, let's move on. 18 is the age of sexual consent. That was enshrined in Malta versus People, GR number 16473.
Ewan ko, kunwari abogado kayo tsaka ikaw yung judge na nag-ano dito. Isipin mo sinulat dyan, the general rule is 18 is the age of sexual consent. Sulat mo yan, Brad. Dineclare niyang mag-isa, ha? As in, dineclare niya, the general rule is 18 is the age. Patunayan mo nga! Hindi, basta mo lang hindi, basta ang general rule 18. According to my sulat, the general rule is 18. Ay, gali. Sabi nito siya, paano nag-thesis to? Ewan ko nga eh.
It was decided on September 21, 2007. It said there, unequivocally, consent of the child is immaterial in criminal cases involving violation of Section 5, Article 3 of Republic Act 7610. It was further said in People of the Philippines versus Udang, GR number 16473, January 10, 2018.
Tingnan nyo to ha. Site siya ng site ng jurisprudence, itong udang na to. Tingnan mo, akala mo memorize niya yung udang ha. Balaan ninyo yung udang na yan.
Same statement. Consent of the child is immaterial in criminal cases involving Section 5, Article 3 of Republic Act 7610. Okay, so in this particular case, there is a statement that we can actually say that age of sexual consent is 18.
Dangerous tong mama na to. Walang biro, dangerous to. Isipin mo yan ang tinuturo niya sa vlog niya. Alam mo, YouTube, this is very dangerous. Sandali lang. Una-una, hindi ko kinukonsinte ha. Hindi ko rin sinasabing gusto ko 16, okay? Hindi ko sinasabing yon. It's not about what we want, pero what the law says. Ganun lang kasimple, okay? Baka mamaya dahil sa ginawa mong yan, mapahiya yung mga may sugar daddy dyan. Sandali. 16 ako, 17 ako, didemanda ko yung sugar daddy ko. Bakit? Kasi rape pala yun. Punta sila sa husgado. Lapit sila sa husgado. Didemanda ko si governor. Si senator. Si congressman, ganyan. Kasi 17 years old pa lang ako, tapos medyo sinutyak na ako eh. Rape yun, di ba? O isipin mo, tapos, isipin mo yun ha, binuking niya ngayon yung sugar daddy niya. Sinabi niya ginanon siya ni gobernador. Kasi, tapos, biglang sasabihin sa kanya nung husgado, Ineng, 18. Ay, 16 po, 16. Pwede ka makipagtsuktsakan. Ganun po ba? Ineng, ang hindi lang pwede kung may asawa si Gob. Pero yung 16 o 17 ka, pwede ka na. As long as may consent ka. Hindi pambihira. Naibulgar niya pa ngayon sa publiko yung ginawa nila ni Gob. Di ba? Kaya dangerous to. Pati si Gob na-expose. Di ba? Pambihira, oo.
So how come that when this Republic Act number 11648...
Ay, Boss Dadan, nandiyan ka ba? Pakisabi naman kay, di ba nakakausap mo si Kusing, didemanda daw tayo. Pwede bang ito kunin niya ang abogado? Kung pwede lang, ha? Ito na lang bigyan yung abogado sa kanya.
was promulgated or became a law, age of sexual consent became 12 to 16. When in fact, January 10, 2018, 18 po siya. Kasi nga, ang bata, sinabi dito, hindi siya pwedeng magbigay ng consent. Kasi magiging sexual abuse ito. Okay? Ngayon, that is the general rule. The general rule is 18 is the age of sexual consent. Now, there is...
Isipin mo, ilang video ang ginawa niyang ganyan. Tinuruan niya yung mga kabobo niya na ganyan. Tapos, tignan mo yung 3 judge sinabing, hindi yan. Hindi tama yan. Isipin mo, paano yung mga naturuan mo? Bawiin mo yung tinuro mo. Sabihin mo doon sa mga tinuro mo, ay, mali ako. Hindi pala 18, 16 pala sabi ng mga judge. Ay, nako.
The Tulagan case. The Tulagan case is the one that are trying to say that abandoned the Udang case. The citation of this one is People versus...
Dapat sila ni Rendon pagsamahin, parehong may something. Alam mo, Jenny, naniwala na ako. Pareho silang may something. Basta, meron silang tinitake na hindi maganda. Promise, out of this world eh.
Philippines. People of the Philippines versus Tulagan, GR number 223363, March 12, 2019. It's later than the Udang case, and here it has an exception. Okay, this is the exception that they are saying that the Udang that they are using, saying that the Udang case is not applicable anymore, but it is actually still applicable. I will quote from the case itself. It says here, we take exception, however, to the sweeping conclusions in Malto that a child is presumed by law to be incapable of giving rational consent to any lascivious conduct or sexual abuse, and that consent of the child is immaterial in criminal cases involving violation of sex.
Binabasa. Ihanay ka! Walang iba ako hindi kay Coach Jarrett. Nabasa ng basa.
Section 5, Article 3 of Republic Act 7610. What is the reason for the exception? Please take note, this is an exception. Because they would virtually eradicate the concepts of statutory rape and statutory acts of lasciviousness and trample upon the express provisions of the law. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how
batas na may exemption? Okay.
did this Tulagan case overturn or abandon the Udang case? It did not. 18 is still the age of sexual consent, and I have another case to show you. Here, let's continue. It says here, however, considering the definition under Section 3, Republic Act number 7610 in the term...
Gusto ko sa'yo, tawa ng tawa yung mga judge habang nagbabasa to. Sabi siguro, anong kakalap? Para kasi siyang nagtuturo eh. Nagtuturo siya ng sarili niyang doktrina. May pagkakulto talaga ito. Ito ang doktrina namin. Sa bansa ko, 18 years old. Base sa kanino? Sa sulat ko, binabasa ko.
Children, which refers to persons below 18 years of age, are those over but are unable to fully take care of themselves to protect themselves from abuse, neglect, cruelty, exploitation, or discrimination, blah, 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 blah. Okay? In Malto,
May blah 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 blah. This is a debate, okay? This is not a vlog. Para ka nagbo-vlog, brad eh. Blah 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 blah. As if naiintindihan ng mga judge yung sinasabi mo. At Sibi mo ano nalang sinabi siguro nung judge? You're explaining tapos sasabihin mo blah 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 blah. Let me explain to you the difference between this and this. This color is pink for like a rose and this color is like blah 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 blah. You don't know the difference? Again, this one is pink color of a rose while this is a color blah 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 blah. And explain mo yung pinagkaiba nito by saying blah 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 blah. Suko na ako sa'yo, Libayan! Suko na talaga ako sa'yo.
they said there is a sweeping statement. In this particular case, they said consent may be material and actually it can be used as a defense. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is merely a defense. Now let's go to the next one. And people of the Philippines versus Udang, okay, there was.
Pero honestly, walang biro to Walang biro, honest ako dito. Now I understand kung bakit nagbablog na lang si Libayan. Honestly, kung kayo, kunwari, tanungin ko na lang kayo mga kabobo, mga followers ni Atty. Libayan. Sige nga, kunwari may kaso kayo. This case is life or death case. Sabihin talagang it's either makukulong kayo at panghabang buhay. Ibibigay nyo ba yung kaso na yan kay Libayan? Sige nga. Hindi, sagutin nyo lang ako. Meron ba tayong mga kabobong nanonood dito, nag-aabang? Kunwari, makukulong yung anak ninyo dahil may ginawang hindi maganda. Halimbawa lang, kunwari, masabihin na natin, sige, wag na nga gano'n. Kunwari yung anak nyo na pagbintangan na nagtutulak ng droga, ibibigay nyo ba yung kaso sa kay Libayan kung sakasakali? Kukunin nyo ba si Libayan? Kung may pera kayo, kukunin nyo ba si Libayan na abogado? Sige nga. Sabi nito, yung isa tuloy dito, hindi, ako na lang mag-represent ng sarili ko.
Only made an exception. The rule is still for the protection of the children, for the best interest of the child. So it says here, a child cannot give consent to a
Isipin mo, ganyan siya sa judge, oh. Ano kayo sasabihin ng judge? Umpo ka! Umpo ka na! Sana isinagmit mo na lang sa akin yan!
Under our civil laws, this is on the rationale that she can easily be the victim of fraud as she is not capable of fully understanding or knowing the nature or import of her actions. The state, as parents patre, is under the obligation to minimize the risk of harm to those who, because of their minority, are as yet unable to take care of themselves fully. Those tender years deserve its protection. Also, it says here, for this reason, a child should not be deemed to have validly consented to adult sexual activity and to surrender herself in the act of ultimate physical intimacy under a law which seeks to afford her special protection.
Pakigising nga yung mga judge. Siguro sabi ng mga judge yung nagsasalita to, nagsisisi na siguro sila. Ba't ba ako umuo sa debate na to? Sinayang ko yung 15 minutos ng buhay ko.
Against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination. So that's it. Now, here, even if the parents of the child, even if the child himself or herself gives consent, the state can prosecute.
Alam mo yung pagkasabi niyang ganun, akala mo hindi alam ng mga kasama niya. Hindi naman yun ang pinag-uusapan, sexual consent, ibig sabihin, common sense na lang ang pinag-uusapan dito, na kaya nga sexual consent, ibig sabihin, kahit ba, kasi ganito usapan yan eh. Paano kunwari yung isang 16 years old, talik siya sa boyfriend niya, okay? Siya hubay may karapatan na o wala? Diba? Kaya nga consent eh, sexual consent. Ibig sabihin, sinasabi diyan, talagang may karapatan na siya pagdating ng 16. Sa kanya, sinasabi niya pagdating ng 18. Ano pa yung sinasabi mong dinidiin mo pa ngayon na kahit hindi gusto ng magulang mo, obvious ba, sexual consent nga pinag-uusapan? Kakairita to.
Because it says here, the child or the state can intervene in behalf of a child when
Yun nga ang ibig sabihin ng sexual consent eh.
the parents, guardian, teacher, or person having care or custody of the child fails to or unable to protect the child against abuse. Now, this is my last nail on the coffin. This is
May pag ganun-ganun pa siya. This is my last nail on the coffin. Pero tama ka. Dinail mo yung atay mo. Talagang kinilagay mo sa coffin yung atay mo.
is a later case. It's June 14, 2021. It is the case of De La Cruz versus People of the Philippines, GR number 245516. It says here, further, a child is deemed subject to other sexual abuse under Section 5 of Republic Act number 7610 when the child is subjected to lascivious conduct under the coercion and influence of any adult. Ladies and gentlemen, this is June 14, 2021. The Tulagan case is 2019. Case law clarifies that intimidation need not...
May nagtanong dito ha, importante itong tanong ha. Ano ba yon sinabi niya? So, kung 15 and below, hindi pa pwede. Tama ho kayo. Yun yung pinaglalabanan dito. 16 or 18. Again, hindi ito pinaglalabanan na ano gusto ni Piskal, ano gusto ni Libayan. Hindi yan ang pinaglalabanan. Ang pinaglalabanan dito, ano ang sinasabi ng batas. Hindi ng gusto ko, hindi ng gusto ni Piskal, hindi ng gusto ni Libayan, hindi yon. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, ano ang sinasabi ng batas natin sa kasulukuyan. Okay? According sa ating batas, according kay Piskal, 16. According dito, 18. Tuloy. Pasok.
necessarily be irresistible. It is sufficient that some compulsion equivalent to intimidation annuls or subdues the free exercise of the will of the offended party. This is especially true in the case of young, innocent, and immature girls who could not be expected to act with equanimity of disposition and the nerves of steel. Young girls cannot be expected to act like adults under the same circumstances to have...
So sabi nito, so sabi po ba ng batas di pwede ang consent yung 15? Hindi nga po. According to the law, 16. Eto ha, babasahin ko dito ha. Sabi ng Libayan na law, which is minsan lagi ginagamit. In simpler terms, the general rule, hindi yung general rule niya, is that a person under 16, ano ibig sabihin ng under 16? Ilang taon ho yun? 15 years old and 11 months and 29 days. O kung walang 28, kung okay? A person under 16 years old, okay? Person was not yet celebrated her birthday, 16th birthday, cannot validly give consent to sexual activities. Yan ang sinasabi ng batas. Hindi ng gusto ko, hindi ng gusto ni Libayan, hindi gusto ni Piskal.
The courage, intelligence to disregard the threat. Ladies and gentlemen, children cannot.
Ang sabi nito, minor pa kasi yung 16. Baka yung ibig sabihin ni Atty. Kabutat, kaya 18 dapat. Tama, ito lang kasimple yun. Hindi mo pinag-uusapan dito kung minor o hindi. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, sexual consent. Ano ba? 16 or 18? Yun ang pinag-uusapan. Hindi ho ang pinag-uusapan, ano ba ang minor? Yun magkaiba ho yun.
Engage validly sexual consent because adults. And ladies and gentlemen, it also said in this particular case, it cannot be denied that the presence of coercion and intimidation is attendant in this case. As aptly found by the RTC and the CA, the fact that the accused is a subject teacher of AA played a great role for the latter to satisfy his dastardly desires. As laid down, ladies and gentlemen, these are the most important matter.
Ayan, tama to sinabi ni Sa. Kapag nakipagtali ka sa 15, makakasuhan ka kahit ba gusto nung 15 years old. Correct. That's the idea. 15 years old, whether gusto niya o ayaw niya, makakasuhan ka. Okay? Dapat 16. So, titingnan nyo muna yung mga kinukuha ninyong walker. Bago kayo tumira ng mga walker, siguraduhin nyo may dalang ang tawag dito, government ID. Siguraduhin nyo 16 years old. Kasi pwede kayo makasuhan pag 15. Kahit ba binayaran nyo. Okay? Malinaw ho ba yun? Ito hindi to biro Kahit nga po magjowa, okay? At 15 kayo nagtirahan, pwede nyo kasuhan Kasi nga, sa madaling salita, sinasabi ngayon ng state, ng gobyerno, wala pa sa tamang pag-iisip yung magdesisyon ng 15 years old. 16. Ngayon, morally wrong, may problema mo na yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi yan ang usapan dyan. Ang usapan dito, yung batas natin. Okay? Ano ba yung batas natin? So, 15, sisiguraduhin yung wag nyo munang babanatan. Or else, pwede kang kasuhan ng rape. Pwede kang kasuhan ng kung ano-ano niyan.
In this case, and in relation to my position, as laid down in People versus Erojo, the court and People versus Clado, the court has determined that the vast difference in age between the victim and the offender is indicative of coercion and intimidation. Now, the Supreme Court also said clearly, a minor was vulnerable and would have been easily intimidated by an attacker who is not only a grown man, but is also someone exercising moral influence.
Linawin ko, hindi ko sinasabing kumuha kayo ng walker, hindi ko rin sinasabing tumira kayo ng 16. Hindi yun ang punto ko dito Huwag niyong baguhin ang usapan dito. Ang sinasabi ko dito, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ilang taon nang pag ako nagkaanak? 30 years old. Walang totoo, sa akin yun sa anak ko yun. Kailangan 30 years old bago magjowa ang anak ko. Sa akin yun.
Or ascendancy over here. It is doctrinal that moral influence or ascendancy takes the place of violence and intimidation. Now let's go back to the case. Republic Act number 11648. Like I said, it does not speak or talk about age of sexual consent. It talks about immateriality of consent, and the cases that I gave you clearly says that the age of sexual consent is 18. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the gentleman for the
Nakatulog yung lalaki, Tingnan yung reaction ng lalaki para nakatulog.
And is 18. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the gentleman for the affirmative.
Parang naalimpungatan. Sabi niya, ay salamat, tapos na.
We would like to call the gentleman for the negative for the cross-examination.
Eto na, yari na siya sa cross-examination ni Piskal.
8 minutes will be allocated for this. Gentleman for the negative, are you ready?
I'm ready, sir. Madam.
Okay. We will just place the timer. 8 minutes.
Good
okay.
afternoon.
Okay. For a while po, fiscal.
Okay po.
Okay na?
po.
Okay. Your timer starts now.
Good afternoon, team judges. My first question is,
For a while po,
The
fiscal.
2000
Fiscal, sandali po. Lagay lang po natin yung timer para po may guide.
okay
na.
po.
Your timer starts now, sir.
My first question is, the 2000 Udang case was decided by the 3rd Division, correct?
Well,
Yes or no?
actually, I'm not familiar if it's the 3rd division. I'm not quite sure,
Okay.
but
Isipin nyo to, ha? Argue siya ng argue about dyan sa udang-udang na yan. Tapos nung tinanong siya, alam mo ba na 3rd division yan? Hindi ko alam. Kasi mamaya ipapaliwanag ni Piskal kung bakit napaka-importante nun.
Let me
it's the
proceed to
3rd
my next
division.
question. Okay.
Okay.
You are not aware that the 2019 Tulagan case was decided by the Supreme Court en banc. Are you aware of that?
Sorry?
Are you
Sorry.
aware that the 2019
Google mo na
Tulagan
yung
case
asawa
was
mo!
decided by the Supreme Court en banc?
Well,
You're not aware?
yes.
Just say you're aware. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to inform you, Panero, that the 2018 Udang case was decided only by a division, the 3rd division. Now, of course, as a lawyer, you are aware that a decision rendered by a division can be modified or reversed by a decision rendered en banc, correct?
Yes.
Yung
Yes, sir.
yung yes. Yes? O para sinasabi kasi yung pinagdesisyonan sa division pwedeng i-reverse o baguhin ng en banc. Okay? They're talking about sa Supreme Court yung sa udang. Kasi yung udang napaka-importante niyan. Kasi yan yung parang sinasabi ni Libayan na exemption. Yang udang paulit-ulit yan. Sinasabi niya paulit-ulit na yan yung jurisprudence, yung udang. Sinasabi ngayon nito, alam mo ba yung udang is a division lang? Ito na yun.
Or no only? That's a very categorical question.
He answered yes, sir. I heard it.
Okay. Now, do you also agree that the pronouncement in Udang was just taken verbatim from the decision in Malto?
Yes.
Yes. Yes? Ano ba talaga? Iba yung yes sa yes. Parang tinatanong niya, sige, ba? Huwag ka magtanong! Ikaw yung tinatanong, sumagot ka! Anak ng weteng,
And with respect to the new case that you brought up, was that decided by a division or decided en banc?
Why is that material? Let me check.
Not as-
Alam mo, sa tanong pa lang ng why is that material, doon pa lang, hindi mo alam. Yun ang parang, hindi mo alam kung bakit material lang, kung division o en banc yan. Pangalawang tanong niya, pangalawang sinabi niya, sandali, i-check ko. Nagde-debate kayo, nag-google kayo. Alam mo, dapat sinet yung rules na yan, bawal na mag-google habang nagde-debate. Di ba yun yang sa presidential debate, bawal na may kopya? Kaya nga si Bina natagalan. Nag-research sa kalagitnaan ng debate.
Do not ask me. I'm asking you.
Well, I
Waiting up-
did not actually see if it is decided by a division or...
Eto lang mga kaibigan, mga kababayan. Di ba na-prove ko sa inyo na hindi talaga nagre-research? Eto, si Libayan. Di ba lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo yan? Comment lang niya ng comment na hindi niya nire-research at pinanunood yung buong video. Para ho siyang laging out of context pag nag-comment kila Tulpo, kila Robin Padilla. Lagi siyang out of context kasi hindi nga ho yan nagre-research. Hindi niya pinanunood yung video. Hindi niya alam yung konteksto ng pinag-uusapan tas magbabat in. Nagkaroon na kayo ng ganyang klaseng kaibigan? Yung pasok ng pasok sa usapan? Hindi naman siya kinakausap. Pasok ng pasok sa usapan. Ganyan si Libayan. Kaya nga dito, hindi niya alam yung sasagot niya eh. Isipin niyo to ha. Sino ba nagpasok niyang udang na yan? Di ba siya? Pero hindi niya alam kung anong desisyon na nangyari doon. Basta udang. Hindi, basta udang. May udang eh. Udang na yan.
Or NBank.
Okay, so you are also aware that even with that new decision, assuming it is decided by a division, you are aware that a decision rendered en banc cannot be modified or reversed by a decision rendered only by a division, correct?
Can you come again?
Are you aware?
Come again, another day. Ay, Libayan, what happened to you? Sarado mo na channel mo, kawawa yung mga kabatas mo.
Aware that a decision rendered en banc cannot be modified or reversed by a decision rendered only by a division? You are not aware of that, Panyero?
A decision by a division can be modified by a decision of the Supreme Court and bank.
There is a decision
is that
en
what you're
banc.
saying?
Okay, let me repeat. There is a decision en banc. Do you agree that a decision en banc cannot be reversed or modified by a decision rendered only by a division? Do
Of
you
course,
agree to that
of course.
statement? Okay. Now, off to another topic. Do you believe, Panyero, that before an accused can be convicted of sexual abuse under Section 5B of RA 7610, the prosecution must first prove that the child was subjected to the coercion or influence of an adult syndicate or group, correct?
Yes, as an element of the
Oh.
crime.
Yes.
So if there was no coercion or influence of an adult syndicate or group, there would be no violation, correct?
Yes.
And the consent of the child would be material because since there was no coercion or influence coming from an adult, then she could validly give consent to such sexual act, correct?
Well, I have to disagree with that one. I
Okay, let
cited
me-
several cases already.
Okay, let me proceed to my next question. Of course, it is your stand that the age of sexual consent is always 18, correct?
Yes.
In fact, you even said that there is a Supreme Court decision that states that the age of sexual consent was never 12 and that it was always 18, correct?
Sorry. Was that part of my presentation?
Ang tinatanong niya, sinabi mo kasi all along hindi 12, 18 years old. Kasi ang nangyari, di ba, sinasabi niya na hindi tama yung sinasabi doon ng na 12 ginawang 16. Di ba sinabi niya kanina yon 12 hindi 16. Sorry. Ngayon, sinasabi ngayon nito ni Fiscal EJ, so all along, sinasabi mo 18 years old talaga ang sexual consent? Hindi 12?
You're talking about sexual consent, Panyero. This is in
Yes.
relation to your claim that the age of sexual consent is 18. So, this is very material.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, what is that SC decision that you claim that the age of sexual consent was always 18?
Was 18 is the Udang case and the Malto case.
In the 22-minute and 8-second mark of your live stream on March 7, 2022, you said, and I quote, meron tayong video na ganun eh. Balikan nyo yun. May sinite ako na batas doon na sinabi ng Supreme Court na it was never 12 and it was always 18. Is that referring to the Odang case, Banyero? Where the Supreme Court...
I think that's not part of this debate already because that's my live stream.
That's not for you to judge, Banyero. I am asking, you are under cross. This is actually related to your claim that...
Namimili lang siya ng pwedeng idebate sa kanya. Okay? Yun ang sinasabi niya.
The age of sexual consent is 18.
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's 18. But when it comes to like Supreme Court decisions, saying in verbatim that 12, it was never 12 and it is 18, it's not a direct quote when I said that in the live stream.
Isipin nyo dito yung sinabi ko hindi naman yung direct quote mula sa Supreme Court. So ibig mong sabihin, nagko-quote ka na sinabi ng Supreme Court na all along it was 18, pero hindi naman yun ang talagang direct quote. So ibig mong sabihin, yung sinasabi mo sa live stream, ano yun? Indirect quote? Kaya napakadelikado nito. Isipin nyo nagla-live stream siya nung tinanong sa kanya yung tungkol sa sexual consent. Hindi niya masabi kung sinabi ba talaga ng Supreme Court yun directly. Pero sinabi niya yun. Nasabi ng Supreme Court. So ano mga pinagtuturo mo sa live stream mo? Indirect quote? Mga indirect law? May ganun ba? It's either it's in the law or not in the law. Wala nang direct law ba yan? Ano ba yan? Pambira, oo.
And I didn't say that here. In fact, what I said here was what they said and not what the Supreme Court said.
Plus you.
That's why I also showed you. I
Okay.
also showed you clips and search results.
Let me just proceed to my next question, Panyero. Now,
Okay.
You said
Ang dahilan pala niya, sinasabi niya, sabi nila, sabi daw na Supreme Court. Sino sila? Mga duwende? Mga demonyo? Kasi ngayon, sinasabi niya, sinabi ko to, pero sabi nila yun. They said that the Supreme Court said. Mantakin mo, nagbabalita ka sa vlog mo na ng they say. Kahit yun ang palusot mo, abay, wala palang kwenta talaga yung vlog mo.
that the general rule is 18 and the exception is 16. What is your basis for saying that?
I did not say the exception is 16. I did not say the exception. There can be exceptions. Just like what they said in the Tulagan case. I think you must misunderstood what I said. I didn't say 16 is the exception. There can be exceptions. Like what they did in the Tulagan case.
By the way, is it your stand that the legal age of 18 is also the age of sexual consent?
Well, that's what I'm trying to prove here.
Okay.
18 is the age of sexual consent.
Okay.
Ulitin natin yan, importante ang tanong na yan.
The legal age is also the age of sexual consent. What is your basis for saying that 18 as the legal age is also the age of sexual consent? Can you cite a particular law that says?
No, well, I did not say that the legal age. You are conflating both of them.
Hindi daw niya sinabi. Kakasagot mo lang. Ulitin natin,
That says.
Ulitin natin, Tingnan ninyo kung gaano siya magsinungaling.
By the way, is it your stand that the legal age of 18 is also the age of sexual consent?
The legal age sa 18 is also the sexual consent, 18. Tinanong niya. Ano sagot ni Libayan?
Well, that's what I'm trying to prove here.
That's what I'm trying to prove here. Yun na daw ang pinuprove niya, na yung legal age at saka yung sexual consent na 18, pareho. Yun ang tanong niya eh.
Okay.
18 is the age of sexual consent.
Okay. Let me proceed to my next question. In relation to your claim that 18, the legal age, is also the age of sexual consent,
Inulitan niya.
what is your basis for saying that 18 as the legal age is also the age of sexual consent? Can you cite a particular law that says?
No, well, I did not say that the legal age. You are conflating both of them.
You just admitted.
Kakasabi lang niya kanina eh. Isipin niya, nakakasabi lang niya, kakasagot lang niya. That's what I'm proving here.
A while ago, you just admitted a while ago, Panyero. You cannot deny that now.
Well, okay, the legal age being the same number